Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WATP, let's get to the news. The football world has been sent into a frenzy after what can only be described as one of the most shocking transfer sagas in recent memory. Rangers, the pride of Glasgow, have reportedly finalized a deal for Jamie Vardy, the veteran striker who has mesmerized the Premier League for over a decade. Sources close to the club suggest that the contract is nothing short of bombastic, with terms that could rewrite the expectations for players in the twilight of their careers. The very idea of Vardy donning the blue of Ibrox has fans and pundits alike spinning in disbelief, as whispers suggest that the move could be part of a wider strategy by Rangers to assert dominance not only in Scotland, but also in European competitions. Speculation is rife that the club's hierarchy has been meticulously planning this coup for months, lining up financial packages, personal incentives, and guarantees of a central role that would allow Vardy to continue scoring prolifically, while also mentoring younger talents. Analysts argue that the move could reshape the Scottish Premiership, bringing unprecedented attention, ticket sales, and broadcast revenue, while potentially unsettling rival clubs who may now find themselves scrambling to respond. Rumors of secret meetings in London, late-night phone calls, and intermediaries working around the clock have only added fuel to the fire, painting a picture of a transfer saga that could dominate headlines well into the next season. The magnitude of this potential transfer cannot be overstated, as Rangers would be acquiring not just a player, but an icon whose name resonates across stadiums far beyond Scotland. Jamie Vardy's style, defined by explosive pace, clinical finishing, and an uncanny ability to find space where none exists, makes him a perfect fit for a team looking to blend experience with ambition. While some critics question whether the English striker still has the legs to maintain his Premier League standards, insiders insist that the training regime, medical support, and the lure of European nights have convinced Vardy that this is the next great chapter in his career. The buzz in Glasgow has been electric, with fans speculating on everything from jersey numbers to the impact on the club's tactical formation. Conversations in local pubs, online forums, and social media timelines have been dominated by the possibility of Vardy lining up alongside the likes of Alfredo Morelos, creating a partnership that could terrorize defenses across Scotland and perhaps even surprise continental opposition. The club's management, reportedly aware of the global attention, seems intent on keeping a low profile while simultaneously orchestrating a marketing campaign that will maximize the impact of the announcement. Rumors suggest that the contract includes performance-based incentives, image rights negotiations, and clauses that could see Vardy becoming a cornerstone of Rangers' commercial strategy. Pundits argue that, beyond the immediate on-field benefits, this move could signal a bold ambition to transform Rangers into a club capable of rivaling the financial and sporting powerhouses of Europe, creating a narrative that extends far beyond domestic football. Insider chatter suggests that the negotiations have been nothing short of cinematic, with dramatic twists and turns reminiscent of high-stakes football dramas. Initial talks reportedly began discreetly, with Rangers scouts making multiple visits to assess Vardy's fitness and willingness to embrace a new challenge. There are whispers of secret dinners, confidential contracts, and even intervention from former teammates or managers, all contributing to an atmosphere thick with anticipation and intrigue. While the Premier League club Leicester City, where Vardy has spent the bulk of his career, reportedly demanded astronomical compensation, Rangers appear to have navigated the financial hurdles with a combination of savvy negotiation and strategic leveraging of commercial revenue streams. The sheer audacity of the move has prompted rival clubs to reassess their own transfer strategies, with whispers circulating that a chain reaction of signings and departures may follow, should the deal materialize. Fans across Glasgow have been spotted in long queues outside club stores, speculating on whether commemorative merchandise is already being prepared, a sign of the tangible excitement this signing has generated even before being formally announced. Analysts note that while many of the specifics remain shrouded in secrecy, The buzz alone is enough to galvanize the supporter base, creating an almost tangible sense of expectation that the forthcoming announcement could reshape the club's trajectory for years to come. The narrative has now transcended sport itself, entering the realm of cultural conversation, where every tweet, every leak, and every hint is dissected with obsessive attention, highlighting the unique power a single player can wield when combined with ambition and opportunity. Rangers tactical planners are reportedly elated at the prospect of integrating Vardy into their attacking framework, envisioning formations and strategies that maximize his unique skill set. Sources suggest that discussions have included meticulous analysis of opposition teams, identifying the spaces and gaps where Vardy's trademark runs could be devastating. The technical staff, ever aware of the risks associated with age and injury, are allegedly designing bespoke training programs to ensure that the striker maintains peak performance while minimizing fatigue. Meanwhile, the board appears focused on leveraging the global attention for financial gain, exploring partnerships, sponsorships, and brand collaborations that would benefit from the international appeal of a player of Vardy's caliber. The ripple effects of such a signing could extend to merchandising, ticket sales, social media engagement, and even the attraction of other high-profile players interested in joining a club now perceived as audacious, ambitious, and unafraid to make headlines. Conversations among fans have evolved into almost conspiratorial speculation, with every minor hint or leak magnified into a potential confirmation, feeding the insatiable appetite for drama that surrounds Rangers and their apparent new star. Meanwhile, pundits continue to dissect the potential impact, weighing the balance between risk and reward, questioning whether Vardy's arrival could disrupt existing team chemistry or, conversely, elevate the squad to previously unattainable heights. The intrigue surrounding this deal has created a sense of suspense more commonly associated with blockbuster films than football, keeping media outlets, commentators, and fans glued to every development, every statement, and every social media post. As a result, the anticipation is no longer about mere speculation. It has become a full-blown phenomenon, with every ripple feeding a frenzy that is difficult to contain. Whispers from the corridors of Ibrox indicate that the club has also been considering the broader narrative surrounding Vardy's signing, aiming to frame it as a statement of intent both domestically and internationally. The marketing and communications teams reportedly view the transfer as a rare opportunity to reposition Rangers in the global footballing psyche, presenting them as not only champions, but also as a daring, ambitious entity unafraid to make headlines and defy expectations. The potential economic implications are immense, with sponsors and partners already assessing the increased visibility and engagement that a player of Vardy's profile would generate. Meanwhile, fan speculation continues to reach fever pitch, with discussions ranging from tactical formations to emotional impact, reflecting the deeply personal investment supporters feel when their club makes such bold moves. Analysts have pointed out that the ripple effects could extend beyond the footballing sphere, influencing merchandise trends, ticket pricing, international media coverage, and even tourism, as fans flock to witness historic moments. In essence, Vardy's potential arrival is being framed not simply as a transfer, but as a cultural phenomenon, a spectacle designed to capture imaginations and dominate headlines for months to come. Behind closed doors, negotiations reportedly continued at a feverish pace, with lawyers, agents, and intermediaries working tirelessly to finalize terms, all while ensuring confidentiality and maintaining the suspense that fuels the surrounding narrative. The combination of footballing ambition, media intrigue, and commercial strategy has created an unprecedented convergence, one that has few precedents in Scottish football history and promises to define the next chapter of Rangers' evolution. Reports suggest that the financial package on the table for Jamie Vardy is designed to be both generous and motivating, with incentives tied to performance, appearances, and achievements, reflecting the club's determination to secure not just a headline name, but sustained contributions on the pitch. Speculation abounds regarding clauses that could see Vardy involved in ambassadorial roles, media appearances, and even potential scouting or mentoring responsibilities, a nod to the club's long-term vision. Conversations in Glasgow's footballing circles have turned almost conspiratorial, With fans debating the likelihood of Vardy adapting seamlessly to Scottish football, the team's style of play, and the demands of European competition. Despite the rumors of high financial outlay, insiders suggest that the board views the investment as strategic, arguing that the potential returns in branding, merchandising, and sporting success outweigh the initial expenditure. Meanwhile, pundits have begun to dissect how Vardy's presence could alter the psychological dynamics of the league, potentially intimidating rival defenders and elevating the expectations and ambitions of his teammates. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, with online forums, social media, and fan groups dissecting every leak, hint, and speculation, creating a sense of collective anticipation that feels almost cinematic in scale. In essence, the proposed signing is being portrayed not merely as a football transaction, but as a strategic, cultural, and economic masterstroke, one that could redefine Rangers' identity and ambitions for the foreseeable future. There is a growing sense that the ripple effects of a Jamie Vardy signing would extend far beyond the pitch, influencing ticket sales, sponsorship deals, and the very perception of Rangers as a club capable of daring moves that challenge convention. Rumors of secret meetings between club executives and global brands suggest that the team is preparing to leverage the publicity in ways that could fundamentally change their financial landscape. Fans have reportedly been queuing outside stores in anticipation of potential merchandise announcements, while online discussions speculate about jersey numbers, the unveiling ceremony, and Vardy's first appearance in front of a passionate Scottish crowd. The cultural impact of such a signing cannot be underestimated, as Rangers appear to be aiming not just for immediate success, but also for a lasting narrative that positions them as audacious, ambitious, and unafraid to make history. Analysts note that Vardy's track record, combined with the club's ambition, could produce moments of brilliance on the pitch that reverberate across Europe, creating headlines and viral content that elevate the Scottish Premiership to unprecedented levels of visibility. The intrigue surrounding the deal continues to dominate conversations, with every leak or hint intensifying speculation and reinforcing the perception of Rangers as a club willing to challenge the status quo. As the narrative unfolds, supporters, pundits, and media outlets remain glued to developments, fully aware that a single signing could potentially rewrite the expectations of Scottish football, transforming the league and inspiring conversations that will endure well beyond the season. Amidst the whirlwind of speculation, there are whispers about how Vardy might integrate into the locker room dynamics at Ibrox, blending his experience with the youthful energy of the squad. Reports indicate that senior players are excited by the prospect, anticipating the mentorship, guidance, and competitive edge Vardy could bring. Meanwhile, coaching staff are reportedly revising tactics to optimize his explosive style, considering formations that would exploit his pace while ensuring the team's defensive solidity is maintained. Beyond tactical considerations, the psychological impact is significant, with rival teams potentially viewing Rangers as a more formidable force, capable of unpredictable bursts of attacking brilliance. The broader footballing community has not remained silent, with pundits across Europe debating the feasibility, impact, and ambition behind the move, further fueling the ongoing narrative that has captured imaginations far beyond Scotland. Social media has become a hotbed for speculation, with fan theories ranging from how Vardy will adjust to climate and style differences, to whether his arrival signals a new era of ambitious, headline-grabbing signings at Ibrox. The combination of sporting, commercial, and cultural elements creates a unique confluence that elevates this rumor from mere transfer gossip to a phenomenon that dominates discussions across footballing circles, blending anticipation, intrigue, and excitement in a way that few stories in recent years have managed to achieve. Speculation continues to dominate every conversation in Glasgow as whispers of Jamie Vardy's imminent arrival at Rangers spread like wildfire, with insiders hinting that the contract's finalization could come at any moment. Rumors suggest that negotiations have reached an intense stage, with lawyers, agents, and club executives reportedly locked in discussions that stretch late into the night, each detail scrutinized and debated with meticulous attention. The footballing community has been captivated, not merely by the prospect of Vardy's goals, but by the strategic audacity of Rangers in orchestrating such a headline-grabbing move. Pundits have suggested that Vardy's presence could significantly alter the Scottish Premiership's dynamics, forcing rival clubs to reconsider tactics, recruitment, and squad depth in anticipation of facing a striker renowned for his relentless movement and clinical finishing. Meanwhile, fans have been analyzing potential impacts on formations, partnerships, and goal distribution, imagining how Vardy's experience could be leveraged alongside existing stars to maximize offensive potency. The sheer suspense surrounding the deal has amplified the narrative, transforming what might have been a straightforward signing into a full-blown phenomenon, with global attention now converging on Ibrox. Every subtle hint, from social media leaks to quiet appearances in training, is dissected with almost forensic detail, illustrating the cultural significance of the transfer. Observers argue that this move, if confirmed, would redefine Rangers' ambition, signaling a willingness to invest in marquee talent and challenge conventional wisdom in Scottish football. Inside sources suggest that Rangers have meticulously planned for the integration of Jamie Vardy, not just as a goal scorer, but as a cultural icon, a figure whose presence could galvanize the fan base and elevate the club's profile internationally. Speculation points to a carefully orchestrated strategy, blending commercial opportunities, media visibility, and sporting ambition into a single, audacious gambit. Analysts suggest that Vardy's arrival could influence ticket sales, merchandise, broadcast deals, and sponsorship negotiations, with his global reputation acting as a catalyst for heightened engagement. Conversations among supporters have become almost conspiratorial, with social media platforms flooded by debates, theories, and predictions, each one amplifying the sense of anticipation surrounding the prospective signing. Reports indicate that coaching staff are developing bespoke training programs to accommodate Vardy's unique style and maintain peak fitness, reflecting the club's commitment to maximizing his contributions while mitigating potential risks associated with age and workload. Beyond the physical considerations, pundits have noted that Vardy's psychological impact could be immense, instilling confidence in teammates and creating an aura of intimidation for opposition defenders. The broader footballing world watches closely, aware that a single transfer has the potential to reshape domestic competition and send ripples across European football, marking Rangers as a club unafraid to make bold, headline-grabbing moves. The narrative has become almost mythic, with each leak, rumor, or insider tip adding layers to a story that captures the imagination far beyond the pitch. Rangers' ambition appears unrestrained, with whispers suggesting that Vardy's signing is part of a wider strategy to challenge not only in Scotland but across Europe, aiming to establish the club as a force capable of contending with continental giants. Analysts speculate that the move could signal a paradigm shift, influencing the way clubs approach marquee signings and age-related considerations in player recruitment. Sources close to the negotiations hint that Vardy's contract has been designed to reward performance while also integrating him into the club's broader commercial and cultural objectives. Rumors indicate that clauses include ambassadorial roles, media obligations, and mentoring responsibilities, positioning him as a central figure both on and off the pitch. Fans have embraced the narrative with unparalleled enthusiasm, with discussions ranging from tactical formations to the psychological impact on rivals, creating a sense of collective anticipation that feels almost theatrical. Social media has become a hub for theories, with every minor observation amplified into potential evidence of the deal's completion. Pundits have weighed in with a mixture of skepticism and excitement, debating whether Vardy's proven explosiveness can translate into consistent performance within the Scottish Premiership. Meanwhile, the club appears to be leveraging the suspense to maximize engagement, with reports suggesting that every public hint or image has been carefully calibrated to fuel the narrative. Ultimately, the potential signing is being framed as a transformative event, one with far-reaching consequences for Rangers' sporting, commercial, and cultural identity. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Chatter around the city suggests that Rangers backroom staff are preparing for every eventuality, from Vardy's potential first-match heroics to long-term integration into the squad's dynamic. Tactical experts argue that his inclusion could necessitate shifts in formation, midfield support, and attacking combinations, with an emphasis on exploiting his trademark pace and positioning. Reports hint that the coaching team has conducted extensive analysis, studying opponents' defensive weaknesses to identify opportunities for Vardy to exploit space and create scoring chances. Beyond strategy, insiders suggest that the psychological effect on both teammates and opponents could be profound, potentially elevating morale within Rangers while inducing caution and concern among rival defenders. Fans have reportedly engaged in feverish speculation, debating everything from squad rotation to Vardy's potential impact in high-stakes matches, while social media has amplified the suspense, transforming the story into a cultural event. Pundits highlight that the potential ripple effects extend beyond the field, influencing media attention, ticket sales, and commercial ventures, while analysts note that the deal could redefine perceptions of ambition and risk-taking within Scottish football. Every leak, every hint, and every insider report has been dissected, reinforcing the notion that Rangers are willing to challenge norms, rewrite expectations, and make bold moves that captivate global audiences. The intrigue surrounding the saga is almost cinematic, with suspense and anticipation intensifying as the potential confirmation draws ever closer, making this a story that transcends sport. Sources have hinted that the financial structure of the Vardy contract is designed to balance immediate rewards with long-term incentives, ensuring alignment between player performance and club objectives. Rumors suggest that appearance bonuses, goal-related incentives, and ambassadorial clauses form part of a multifaceted agreement crafted to maximize value and impact. Analysts speculate that this strategic approach could serve as a blueprint for future marquee acquisitions, influencing not only Rangers' internal planning but also broader industry practices. Meanwhile, fan speculation has reached fever pitch, with discussions ranging from formation tweaks to how Vardy will mentor younger players, reflecting the holistic influence the striker is expected to have on the squad. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest that club executives, legal teams, and intermediaries are navigating the complex web of contract finalization, media planning, and public announcement strategy, all while maintaining confidentiality and controlling the narrative. Observers note that this careful orchestration heightens anticipation, amplifying fan engagement, social media chatter, and global interest in Rangers as a bold, ambitious club. The combination of sporting, commercial, and cultural factors has transformed what could have been a routine transfer into a multi-layered story of ambition, strategy, and spectacle, captivating audiences far beyond Scotland. In essence, the potential signing is no longer just about goals. It is a symbol of Rangers' willingness to embrace risk, defy convention, and assert themselves on a broader footballing stage. The potential arrival of Vardy has reportedly prompted rival clubs to reassess their own strategies, with whispers suggesting that tactical plans, recruitment policies, and financial projections are being revised in real time. Analysts argue that the psychological impact extends beyond Rangers' squad, influencing the mindset of competitors who must now account for an experienced, dynamic striker capable of altering match outcomes. Meanwhile, supporters have embraced the narrative with unparalleled enthusiasm, dissecting potential combinations, goal-scoring scenarios, and tactical adaptations, while social media amplifies every nuance of speculation. Insiders suggest that Rangers management views the deal not only in terms of immediate sporting returns, but also as a long-term branding and commercial initiative, positioning the club as bold, ambitious, and globally visible. The narrative has taken on almost mythic proportions, with every leak, hint, and insider report feeding the anticipation, ensuring that media attention remains fixated on Ibrox. Pundits debate the risks associated with age, fitness, and adaptation, while supporters engage in feverish speculation about celebrations, jersey numbers, and potential European heroics. The combination of suspense, ambition, and strategic communication has elevated the story beyond football, turning it into a cultural phenomenon that captures the imagination of fans worldwide. Observers suggest that this calculated blend of risk, ambition, and narrative orchestration could define Rangers' identity for seasons to come, marking a turning point in how clubs approach marquee signings. Whispers from Glasgow indicate that the marketing machinery behind Rangers has been activated, preparing campaigns, merchandise lines, and media events to coincide with Vardy's potential signing. Rumors suggest that every public-facing element, from press conferences to social media posts, is being timed for maximum impact, reflecting a holistic strategy that blends sporting ambition with commercial savvy. Analysts note that the combination of a high-profile player and meticulous narrative management has created unprecedented levels of anticipation, transforming a single transfer into a global story. Fans have reportedly engaged in almost ritualistic discussions, from tactical predictions to merchandising speculation, further amplifying the cultural significance of the potential deal. Meanwhile, insiders hint that coaching staff and executives are finalizing tactical and strategic adjustments to ensure that Vardy's arrival is seamlessly integrated, maximizing both performance and impact. Pundits debate potential formations, goal distribution, and the psychological effects on opponents, while media outlets dissect every hint and rumor, further elevating the narrative. Observers suggest that the broader footballing ecosystem is watching closely, with rival clubs, agents, and media alike anticipating the repercussions of what could be one of the most audacious signings in Scottish football history. In essence, Rangers appear to be orchestrating not just a transfer, but a spectacle designed to captivate fans, dominate headlines, and assert ambition on multiple levels. Reports indicate that the ripple effects of Vardy's potential signing extend beyond Ibrox, influencing Scottish football, European competitions, and even the global perception of the league. Rumors suggest that ticket sales, broadcast deals, sponsorships, and merchandising could all see unprecedented surges, driven by fan enthusiasm and media attention. Analysts highlight that the strategic integration of a player like Vardy, combined with Rangers' broader ambition, could elevate the club's competitive and financial standing simultaneously. Supporters have reportedly embraced the narrative with unprecedented fervor, dissecting tactical implications, potential goal tallies, and the broader cultural impact, while social media amplifies every nuance of speculation. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest that Rangers management, legal teams, and intermediaries are carefully managing timing, messaging, and contractual obligations to optimize both sporting and commercial outcomes. Pundits debate the risks and rewards, while rival clubs reassess their own strategies in response to the audacity of the move. The cultural resonance of such a signing, blending sporting excellence with spectacle and narrative, has transformed the transfer into a phenomenon that extends far beyond goals, fixtures, or league tables, embodying ambition, vision, and strategic audacity in Scottish football. Finally, the overarching consensus among insiders is that the Jamie Vardy saga, whether confirmed or lingering as a persistent rumor, has already reshaped the discourse around Rangers, Scottish football, and the global perception of the club. Conversations now revolve not just around potential on-field contributions, but also commercial strategy, cultural impact, and narrative dominance, reflecting a multidimensional influence that few single transfers have ever achieved. Analysts note that the combination of suspense, strategic orchestration, and sporting ambition has created a story that transcends football, elevating Rangers' position in global consciousness, while simultaneously instilling anticipation, speculation, and excitement among supporters. Rumors continue to swirl, with fans, pundits, and media outlets dissecting every development, while tactical experts debate potential formations, goal-scoring patterns, and strategic adaptations. Insider whispers suggest that behind-the-scenes planning continues at a frenetic pace, with every detail scrutinized and negotiated to balance sporting success, commercial opportunity, and narrative impact. The phenomenon surrounding Vardy's potential arrival exemplifies the power of strategic ambition, audacious vision, and narrative management in modern football, leaving fans and observers alike captivated, intrigued, and fully engaged in what may become one of the most talked-about stories in recent football history. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.